Come fast, Miss Ryan. I don't have all day, he said strictly, making you nod, but it wasn't even your fault either. You were carrying files double than your height and you were walking slowly so that you don't end up slipping the tower file in your hand. He very well know how difficult it is for me, still throwing tantrums like a K-drama actor. Shiver ran through your spine after you heard his deep husky voice and serious voice. I heard that, Miss Lee. You nervously laughed. Can I keep it on table? He kept his file on table and took a sigh of relief and shrugged your shoulder as they were now relaxed. Actually, no. Keep it in my locker. I'll work so they might take away my space. Your nose crunched. You can do that by your own, can't you? You gulped after seeing his death glare and said, Yes, sir. As my professor says, the student have to do. You immediately said and started working. Around 15 minutes, After around 15 minutes, you were finally done and you bowed to him. Now I'll take my leave, sir. Thank you very much. You're very slow, Ryan. I have completed my other work, so... He chuckled when he saw your eyes were all widened, as if you predicted his next work. Yeah, that's right. What are you thinking? Now take all the files here and I'll complete them as well. You pressed your lips together tightly to stop yourself from yelling at him as he's super arrogant and strict professor. You sighed. Fine, I'll do it. Time skip after 10 minutes. Now can I leave if you're done with making me do the labor work? What? You realized what he said and immediately shook your head as no, and then he continued. Don't forget you have earned yourself a detention in my class. So go to the detention room and sit with other students. Mrs. Choi would be there, he said while looking at you. I apologized to you, didn't I? Then please let me go. I told you I ate in class because my stomach was growling continuously, making me embarrassed as the girl sitting next to me started giggling. Then you should wake up early and have your breakfast and come to college and not eat during the classes, he said. You closed your eyes to control yourself. Of course, Mr. Hitler. I mean Mr. Kim, you said, and mentally smacked your head for speaking your thought out loud and stormed your feet out of his cabin. Saturday or worst. He had 2 classes, one third period and last one. Silly girl. Why did her stomach growl again? Did she not eat her lunch as well? What the hell was she doing in break? In detention class she won't be able to eat as well. You entered in detention class being all sulky and you saw there were many students. Some were for coming late and some for not submitting their assignment on time. You were about to enter the class when someone else went inside the classroom with the speed of storm, making you froze there in door. Mr. Kim? Now what the hell are you doing here? Mrs. Choi, I actually have some important work with you. Can I have your 15 minutes? He asked, but she started denying because it was her duty today to keep eye on the punished students. That's not the problem. Send the students to have a small snack break. Until then, my work will be done of marking student with your help. Not only yours, but her eye also widened in shock. The most strict professor of the college is telling to actually give a break to the student who broke the rule. Actually, my work is a little important, that's why. Before I could even look at your direction, you ran to have something in the canteen, Thai in mind. Because of her, I have to do all this. Even after whatever she did, I'm punishing her, but can't go too hard. Time skip to evening. Mom and Dad, is it really necessary now? Can you wait for some months? I'll graduate and then you can decide about all this. And wait, you weren't able to find any boy? Then how the hell this boy came from? You asked, being all confused. Why in Mom? Yes, we weren't able to, but seems like your fate is very lucky, honey. One of the most successful university owners' family contacted us and said they liked you and saw you before in college, so they wish to get their son married to you. Wine Dad. The family is very good, Wine. See the boy, you'll love him. Wine. Why am I getting the vibe as if you know the boy and not telling me? If you know, then tell me. I'll also see his picture. Wine Mom. Honey, this is a surprise. See, there are his parents. You started going towards them, but you got a vibe as if you know them. You bowed in front of them and smiled softly. Now here, Wyan, your future husband is waiting for you in another half of the restaurant. The area is especially for couples. She said, but you were about to ask, how will you recognize him when that aunt came and gave you a red rose? Take this. He'll recognize you with this flower. He loves red roses. He smiled and took the flower from her hand and started leaving. Everything is so weird today. After seeing the environment of the restaurant, you could really say this was for couples only. There were so many couples. You smiled. I haven't seen him. That means he also haven't saw me. This rose is the only way that he'll find me. Then you threw the rose on floor and with your heel you completely destroyed it. Now find me, Mr. Husband, if you can. You smirked and started leaving from there, but someone held you by your wrist and turned you around. What do you think? I didn't saw what you did, Miss Lee, he said. Sir, you gulped but then immediately shook his hand away. This is not college and here you can't yell at me. And besides, whatever I did, it has nothing to do with you, so back off. He smirked, making you confused, but then your eye widened. You're the boy who came here to see me for wedding? Yes, and now if you won't come with me to our table, then I won't hesitate to carry you to the table in my arms. Your cheek got heated up hearing his word, but still you showed a little sassy side and flipped your hair and started moving toward the table, but you remember you don't know which table you have to go. He held your hand and pulled you with him. When you don't know something, then you should follow this, okay? You nodded as he pulled a chair for you and made you sit. Let's order something first. You nodded and took the menu in your hand, but then you remember your mom's word. I'll get a bowl of salad. You're sure? Did you ever tasted salad before? He asked. I'll have that only, you said in low voice. We will give order later, you can go, he said to the waiter. Your mom told you to order this because she don't want you to order something else in front of me. You blinked your eyes when he said exactly what your mom said. You got cut by him when he said casually looking in the menu. That was easy. You're a messy eater. If food is there in front of you, then you forget everything else. I can see that in college as well. You got a little embarrassed by that. In that case, I'll order and tell your mom I was the one who ordered. Will that work? He said coldly, making you sulk a bit, but nodded. Fine, wait, I'll tell you what to order for me. He chuckled secretly and let you order anything, but even when the meal came, you both ate silently and didn't talk. You both didn't knew how to start conversation, and especially after that misunderstanding, your words were stuck in your throat, thinking, will he even trust you? Time skip after 20 minutes. You both already finished your meal, but you were still not talking. You saw he opened his mouth to say something, but then, did you both talk? Wyan mom came and asked. You both looked up to see if both of your parents were present, Wine and mine. That's the reason that mom was not letting me see the boy's picture, or else maybe I won't have come. Wine. These are Mr. and Mrs. Kim, the chairman of my university. Mrs. Kim. Mr. Kim is still working as chairman, but all the work is handled by Tai only. You can actually call him the chairman. But Tai didn't want to let his father work under him, so he let his father be the chairman and become the senior professor and carry out all the function. I saw you there only, Mr. Kim. I came to college very rare, that's why you never saw me, or maybe once. He laughed as parents were so happy to see you both together. He looked at Tai to see he was looking at you only. Mrs. Kim. You both had your meals then. Why are you both waiting here? The garden of the restaurant is decorated very beautifully. Go and spend time there and let us know how you both feel about each other. Tai, take Wayne with you. He nodded as he wrapped his arm around your waist and took you out of there. You saw your mom and his mom hugging each other as if everything is confirmed. Your lips formed a beautiful smile, seeing the beautiful decoration out there, but your smile faded after you felt he withdrew his hand from your waist and stood there separately. You don't have to force yourself. Why you came when you knew the girl was me, whom you hate the most? You said in low voice, making him look at you. He didn't say anything, and instead he kept on walking, making you sigh, and you followed him from behind. You were walking with a sad face, but your eyes met many lovely couples. Some were stealing kisses in corner of the garden, and others were holding each other's hand and roaming around lovingly, whereas some were sitting on bench close to each other. Your eyes got teary, thinking he was also not this cold to you. You can't deny that he takes care of you even when he is angry with you, but you want everything to be turned as before. Before that incident happened, unknowingly a sob left your mouth, gaining his attention. What is wrong? Did you burn yourself from any of the candles? Sure, here. He kneeled down to see your feet, but then you said, I'm sorry, but trust me, I didn't do anything. You said as he understood and tried to leave, but you back-hugged him before. Trust me, I was not the one who stalked you and edited your picture wrongly and posted on social media. I don't know how the picture of your room and your secret moments with your family and your shirtless picture got uploaded, that too in my Instagram account. I know you're a secretive person and don't share all these things, but I didn't do anything. I didn't broke your trust or edited your picture and made it look nasty. He pulled you in front of him. Yes, you broke my trust. You accept it or not. You did it, Wayne. Whatever happened, that happened, but you didn't thought to come to me and tell me everything by yourself and not wait for any third person to come and tell me everything. But still I got to know about all this from others, not from you. And after that incident, you didn't thought that you come to me and tell me everything, but you chose the simplest way. To act as if nothing happened. You didn't came to college for 2 weeks and didn't pick my call. Did you thought I will not trust you? And why you thought that? And now you're saying that I did nothing? We didn't confess to each other, but we knew about each other's feeling. We are more like couples only, and you still didn't thought to talk or sort out our matter. You left our relationship, and why? I was scared. Everyone was saying that you will put me behind the bars for invading your privacy, and Mr. Kim, your father, will not leave me. I thought my entire life will be over, and what will I say to my parents, and how will they live in society with the tag of a daughter being a cyberbully? You hugged him and started crying on his chest, and he patted your head and made you calm down. I tried hating you, but I can't, because I loved you so much. He said as he pecked your forehead and wiped your tears. You saw even he had tears in his eyes, which he also wiped. After those 2 weeks, I lost it and started behaving cold towards you. Promise me you will not do that again. You nodded instantly, made him chuckle. It wasn't your complete fault. I also acted immature. I'm sorry. You shook your head as no and hugged him. After breaking the hug, you hit his chest, making him giggle. From next time, I'll apply coffee flavor so that I can keep this tiger away from me. He pecked your lips again. Dare to do that, and then you see. You giggled, looking at his pissed face, and hugged him tightly. Look, there is ice cream. He immediately broke the hug and looked to see in the direction where they were selling ice cream. You dragged him there and bought 2 ice cream for both of you. You started licking the ice cream as if someone will snatch it from you, making him chuckle. Watch out, you little mess. He licked the ice cream. Yeah, we are in public, you said. It's fine, this area is for couple only, not a family area, he said with a smirk as you hit his chest. You sent this proposal, didn't you? You blushed and hugged him tightly, making him chuckle and peck your forehead. After that incident happened, though you delete your account, but I found out the culprit. She was your best friend Lily, and she was ashamed of what she did in jealousy and anger. And it is real reason she changed her university, but didn't let me tell you